Hi, Steve here. I was watching a few video clips about current news about coronavirus virus. What makes my flakes go up that something is wrong here is the fact that politicians appear on a stage like President Trump, like Serbian President Vučić and his co-hosts are talking about health problems. My personal view is that they are not authority. They are not medical professionals. What authority unless they are pushing their own personal or political agenda? And time and time again, history proves that whenever politics, religion, mystery religions are involved, people suffer. Ordinary people suffer. Why do I say that? Many reasons. For example, just one. Do we know official story, official truth about 9/11? Do we know who stands behind demolition of 7 buildings in such a small area of couple hundred square feet space, falling down in a seconds? Do we have explanation for that? I don't. Please help me. If you know what I don't know, if you know the truth, let me know. I will appreciate it. My belief is that there are powers and entities that world leaders are afraid of, so afraid they cannot say a word beneath their breath. Is there mysterious powers that keep mankind at ransom, saying, look, just look what we're going to do to humans if you don't do what we want you to do? I think so. There's multiple evidence, assassinations of the people that stands in a way of agendas or the powers to be. I think so. The current situation about this epidemic, what I call epidemic, to me personally, is so obvious when President Trump appears on a stage instead of medical specialist, medical profession who are trained, spend lifetime learning and knowing what can be done, replaced by the politicians, to me becomes highly, highly suspicious. In my country, Serbia, when a president appears on a stage and talks about disease or pandemic instead of the top epidemiologist, I'm worried. I'm terribly worried. Because the medical specialist cannot push agenda. That is not what he swore to do, is to prolong human's life. To the contrary, politicians will do anything to promote evil, satanic agenda. I know, look, I'm fully aware that what I'm saying I might lose my head, so be it. Far from it, I don't want to die like a martyr, like a saint. I'm not saint, far from it. But whenever politicians of caliber of president of Serbia and his prime minister appears on a stage, I'm worried. I'm worried, and not only that, it gives me clear indication that something far, far more sinister is going on. Somebody, a power that ordinary human beings are not aware of, that cannot even in his wildest imagination can comprehend, is behind all this. Don't we have a cancer epidemics, especially in this country, Serbia, that was polluted by depleted uranium? How come the government doesn't declare war on that issue? Depleted uranium stays active on the ground, on a surface, emitting its deadly vipers killing people that have never been sick, causing cancer and many, many more diseases. I know, personally, I know of at least 10 people in just one small village, either suffering or dying from heart disease. I know my friend that I grew up with had 6, 7 implants of what I call I'm sorry, I can't recall the name. You know, the little plastic tubes that are inserted into your arteries to prevent you from having heart attack. In my village of a couple of hundred people, every day there's a funeral. I'm not making this up. It's a fact. Young people, like 40, 45, 50 years old, doing his daily duties, daily chores, just dropping dead. I'm not demeaning seriousness of the situation in no way. I'm not saying that I'm wise enough to figure out what can you do to survive this. But to me, it is incomprehensible that country is locked down, that the army is on the streets with the guns. For what? What is going on? Is there more than meet the eye? I think so. I think so. Because, as you can see, President Trump appears on TV almost daily, updating on coronavirus. It worries me. It worries me. Because they, leaders, political leaders, got their orders from somebody, some power beyond our comprehension, to tell them, look, we can do this. We can destroy you. If you do not do what we tell you to do, it is very serious. I can understand the leaders. They are confronted with ominous threats like the one that happened in 2001, 9/11, to demonstrate that the powers to be can deliver on their threat. They pull down in seconds two symbols of US Twin Towers. They brought them down in seconds, killing what we know, over 3,000 people. That was just to show their power and might. This is what we can do. So, you better obey. Do you think presidents make decisions? No, they don't. There is a power above any whatsoever politicians, political organizations. There is a power so subtle, so powerful, so mighty, that in mentioning them, should make you shivers down your spine. In a situation like today, where we have threat of pandemic, if you see politician taking the stage, you should worry. You should be concerned, because the politicians have two choices. Either you do what we tell you to do, or else. And that else could cost humans' life. We, humans, are like a lamp on an altar of the Satan, the Almighty God. Like it or not. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Steve here.